If you're one of 98% of Americans, there's a cancer-causing chemical coursing through your veins and arteries right now, and the guy who warned us about it was yet again dismissed as a delusional conspiracy theorist. He is Robert Billett, a corporate defense lawyer in Cincinnati whose entire career was spent representing chemical companies. So he was about the last person you'd expect to take on one of the most notorious in history. In 1998, a farmer approached him to say his cattle were dying, foaming at the mouth with their teeth turning black and tumours growing out of their sides. He'd filmed this all on a home video camera, and the footage is genuinely horrible, with cows stumbling around and collapsing by a creek that runs downstream from a DuPont landfill. He'd already tried local regulators, state agencies, and every lawyer in the region, but nobody would touch it because in that part of West Virginia, the company he suspected of being behind it, called DuPont, was one that you didn't want to mess with. What Robert found when he started pulling at the thread would consume the next 25 years of his life. He requested internal documents from DuPont that pointed to a chemical called PFOA, also known as C8, which was used in manufacturing Teflon, the non-stick coating on your pans, your waterproof jackets, your microwave popcorn bags, basically everyday products in every household in the country. DuPont had then been dumping this into the local water supply, and their own internal studies showed they knew exactly the damage it was capable of inflicting. They'd found elevated cancer rates in their own factory workers. They tested the blood of pregnant employees and found the chemical in their unborn children. They knew it accumulated in human tissue, and they knew it didn't break down ever. This is Robert speaking out about it himself.
We're talking about chemical contamination that goes far beyond, far beyond one farmer's property in West Virginia. We're talking about contamination now that's in drinking water all across this country and now all across the world.
Today, the term forever chemicals that you're probably familiar with is basically all because of his work.
We are now bringing a new case where we're seeking to represent everyone in the country who now has these chemicals in their blood. But what we now know is PFOA is just one of many of these man-made synthetic chemicals that are getting out in our water, in our blood.
As Robert says, it doesn't even stop there because these chemicals have been leached across the US.
Just outside of Bangor, Maine is Herman High School. Some 500 kids come here each day to learn, but they can't drink the water.
We're alleging that 3M and DuPont created these chemicals, had the science that showed just how dangerous they were, how toxic they were, how they were going to last forever.
Seen correlations with thyroid disease, certain kinds of cancer, kidney disease, liver dysfunction. They're called forever chemicals because they stay in your body.
They're in the tap water, they're in the rain, they're in the food supply. They've even reached the Arctic and other countries. So this disaster is not only contained to the US. DuPont settled the initial lawsuits for $670 million, and the litigation is still ongoing. The story was eventually made into a Hollywood film, Dark Waters, in 2019, starring Mark Ruffalo as Robert, and a documentary, The Devil We Know, which followed the families in West Virginia whose water had been poisoned. But no one listened until the damage was done, and that's the way it goes time after time after time.